Hello world, my name is Shadow Knight here. I'm here to cure your boredom of the day. In today's episode, I found the most broken build ever. This bleed build, which I will be showcasing for the rest of this video. So, with spawning into New Game Plus, we spawn where everyone else spawns at the start of the game. The Chapel of Anticipation, and my sights were immediately set on Stormvale Castle, and this is where I'm gonna head at first things first. I'm not gonna do anything extra. I'm just heading for mainly main bosses, just running through the game because I've done all of the side bosses and stuff. I think there might be one extra side boss, but you'll have to wait till later on to find out. And a couple of unworthy to mention bosses later, and a random woman appearing out of nowhere to tell me, oh, I can turn your ruins into health. Shut up, I already know this. Don't insult your maidens, ladies and gentlemen. We finally make it to Stormvale Castle, or at least the gates, right before Stormvale. I should mention that we are now faced with our very first main boss, and I was really excited about this one, because when I first did him, he caused me so much trouble, especially since it did take us a little bit to get through him, maybe an entire episode's worth of content worth. So I'm really excited to see how this goes, and let's watch this fight.
Tarnished, in search of the Elden Ring, emboldened by the flame of ambition.
That's right, I didn't even need to summon mimics here for this guy. I just mopped him. Just period. I just keep mopping him. He was probably, this might just seem like the easiest boss. I'm telling you later on, there are a lot more easier bosses later on, but that's just because I'm me. We swiftly move on from murdering a man, which this isn't actually even murdering him because it's just an avatar that he summoned for himself. We eventually get all the way up to the fog gate where Godric is, which this is our very first shard bearer, and arguably this is one of the best shards, but personally I like Radahn's, and I'll probably talk about it later. So let's watch me beat the crud out of Godric with this.
Mighty dragon, thou art a true born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well. Lonely tarnished. Plain as a lord. I command thee kneel. I am the lord of all that is golden.
As you can see, Godric was both a joke to this build and in the lore. So moving on from absolutely destroying the boss that I was able to make almost an entire episode from, again, we hit Liurnia of the Lakes. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even at full power yet, and these two main bosses are pretty easy. It might just be because they're early game and whatnot, but I don't care. So I want to get the white mask to increase damage by 15% when blood is on the ground or anywhere in the facility. But I need to go get to Mog's Palace, and I can only do half of White Mask Vari's questline, which is a no-go right now. So we'll put that on hold and head over to the Academy of Ray Lucaria. And I learned many things about magic and spells, but that's not important yet. Then, during one of my rushes to get to one of my classes, a red wolf attacked me. And later on, I found out that this is the headmaster Dean's pet dog, which I'm not gonna let that slide. He attacked me. I'm gonna nuke it out of I'm gonna nuke her dog out of existence. Now, I'm going after the owner since, this dog did hurt me and bit me a few times. And I ain't gonna let that slide. Now I'm gonna go after the owner, Kratos and John Wick style. Now my teachers and peers have turned against me because I killed the headmaster's dog or something. It doesn't really matter. I finally find where the headmaster is staying, up at her little castle dorm room, and she's calm. So now that I have flunked out / chased out of college, I think it's time to party. Live it up. We only live once, right? And I think it's time to party. And there's only one person holding a party / a festival. The only person who can invite me is Ronnie. And she wants me to help her find a lost city that the headmaster wanted her to find. But guess nobody told her that the headmaster is not dead. So I eventually find out how you can get into this lost city, Nakaron. And apparently you gotta kill the guy who's holding the festival's father. That's not gonna be very good. Now, apparently the festival holder wants his dad dead because apparently he's trying to kick him out. So instead of actually getting kicked out of the house, he's just gonna get murdered now. So let's go commit actually some crimes. I didn't even let Radon hit his second phase. This build is so broken, it's not even funny. Like, I know I'm having fun being absolutely broken. So, since now I have one of the best great runes, I go and activate it. So now I can do Vare's quest line. / get my white mask, because that's really what we need from him to become even more powerful. This includes invading 3 people or winning 1 invasion. And personally, I don't want to lose my runes, so I go and invade this built-in NPC in case you're not playing with internet or don't have access to internet. So I murk him, and then I have to get the blood of a maiden. And I'm not even going to show you how I got this. I just got it. Let's just not question it. And after this, Vare gives me teleportation to be able to get to Moog's Palace. And I immediately rush to the Blood Lake to kill the 3 white masks. And then after I kill all 3 of them, I finally achieve my full power. The white mask. Now that I basically have full power, I head to the capital. So that's where I head. And there's this stupid guard blocking the way, which I guess you can understand that he's blocking the way. I don't know about you, but he's overextending his authority because he doesn't realize I am the Elden Lord. So I have to kill him. And so, as we run through the capital, I would like to quickly mention that I have one more Elden Ring run with a magic build before the DLC comes out. So if you don't want to miss any of those videos or anything else on my channel, I do really recommend subscribing. So then I eventually find Godfrey's Spirit. And like I said, I'm just going to have you watch this fight. And honestly, this is probably one of the most easiest bosses of mid-late game. So So if we go even higher than this arena, we find Morgoth, who I want dead because he attacked me at the very start of the game and called me foul tarnish. Unacceptable, little loser. Get clapped. Watch this fight coming up right now.
Graceless, tarnished. What is thy business with these thrones? Ah, Godric the Golden. The twin prodigies, Mikola and Melania. General Radon. Praetor Rykard. Luna Princess Rani. Willful traitors, all. Thy kind are all of a piece. Pillagers, emboldened by the flame of ambition. Have it writ upon thy meager grave. Felled by King Morgoth, last of all kings.
So now that we have beat Morgott, we are told to go to the mountaintops of the giants to burn the Erd tree and with the giant's fire, which will be absolutely wonderful to have. That's exactly what I go and do. Let's watch that fight quickly, because the mountaintops of the giant doesn't really have that much to do except for fire giant. So let's just go fight fire giant almost immediately. So since we beat Fire Giant, our maiden has insisted of using herself to set the Erd tree on fire, which she does, but then we wake up in Ohio. What could be better than Ohio, ladies and gentlemen? Nothing. Ohio sucks. Please don't go to Ohio. Which is bad because I immediately trip and fall straight into the bedroom of the fat and skinny kid duo, which I did bring sleeping pots, so I was really ready for these guys. And they aren't really a challenge without the sleeping pod. Okay, I lied. The sleeping pots did really do help, and if you didn't know, you could also attack them while they're in their dying animation to help speed up the boss fight, which, just a little tip if you're struggling with them. Then, because I killed them, their dog wants revenge, which apparently is Fat Boy's little dog, and Fat Boy's dog was not willing to just sit and stay and roll over. So I gotta go murder this dog. Let's go murder him. Believe it or not, this dog was the first main boss that killed me. Get up and do it again for a second time, which was crazy that this is the boss that actually killed me. And I think it was just my stupidity that killed me. Now, once he's dead, we ruin the capital and a bunch of other things, and we get to face off with Sir Gideon. And somehow, some way, I'm a noob because this man killed me 3 times. Somehow, which is unheard of, and somehow I did poorly. Must have been because I was playing at 3 in the morning or something crazy like that. I don't know. But moving on, we find Horaloo, which is my favorite boss, and I don't know why. He just is. I don't know why, but let's watch this amazing boss fight.
It's been a long while, Morgoth. Long and hard didst thou fight, tarnished warrior, spurned by the grace of gold. Be assured the Elden Ring resteth close at hand. Alas, I am returned. To be granted audience once more. Upon my name as Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. Sirach. I've given thee courtesy enough. Now I fight as Horaloo. Warrior!
Now we have finally reached the final boss of Elden Ring and this playthrough. But for some reason none of them can get bleed procced, which is so stupid. So I have to use Ankenord's dancing blade. So let's just watch this fight.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall an age of fracture.
Now, you probably think that this video is over with many questions left unanswered, like, how does my build hold up against the true final boss, Melania? Well, I asked myself that same question, and after 3 months of not playing, I went to go face her. So let's close this video off with Melania's boss fights.